No chemicals or preservatives, just 100% honest to goodness hickory smoked meat.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Boy, some chicken wings have really hit the spot.
You ain't got no better food, like some chicken wings, some baby back ribs, some fries or something?
It's just two guys talking, am I right? We're just talking.
Hey, howdy, hey, everybody. Here from Casa de Bone.
Casa de Bone, where our standards for cleanliness have lowered with each child. That's what Whitney keeps saying.
If anyone argues with you about that, they're just wrong.
Yep.
Or they only have one kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, or else they are not parents to more than one, for sure.
Yeah. So, we are out of the pit and into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Mike, what are we making today?
Well, this is our second video?
Second video.
This is early in the stages, so Super Bowl's coming up. We're going to do my favorite Super Bowl appetizer. We're going to do some jalapeno poppers, and with I don't know, I've seen a bunch of different versions of this online. This one is the only one that I kind of just made this up, so.
Yeah, but I've heard about this for years and I've never tried it. And I'm excited.
Well, it's good, and it's an awesome thing. It's not super spicy. Like, I've got a whole extended family that doesn't love spice, and they're pretty into these. So,
give us a quick rundown. What are we going to do?
So here's what's going to do. My Walmart order gave me 5 jalapeños. So we are going to split them. De-seed and vein them. That's where all the heat comes from. I don't want too much heat. If you're really into heat, then by all means leave them in, but I think that'd be kind of gross. So kind of upsets the balance a little bit. So we're going to split these. We're going to fill them with cream cheese. We're going to put a little smoky on, and then we're going to wrap it in bacon.
I'm excited about the little smoky.
I'll tell you what, it's next level. I did that on accident once, and I have never gone back.
I support it. All
right. Pretty awesome.
Let's get into it.
Okay, here we go. Chances of somebody coming in are pretty high. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the stem off, and then I'm just going to split each one right down the middle, hot dog style, if you will, just like that. Okay.
Nice. So you're cutting these up. Is that longitudinally?
Yes, I love that. If it's not, it should be, I'd say.
Longitudinally.
Longitudinally.
All right. And I'd help you scrape these out, but I didn't put gloves on before this, and that's how you burn your eyes.
The scraping is the nastiest part. And I mean, if you're not paying attention, put those in my garbage bowl.
Ooh, and they're spicy. I can smell them.
Yeah, I can smell them too. It must have been a good year for jalapeños. Okay, and then there's a bunch of ways you can do this. I just like to take my spoon. I'm just going to start here, and I just kind of scrape down the inside into my garbage bowl. Shout out to Rachel Ray for teaching me this when I was in high school, to always have a garbage bowl. And so it's kind of cleaned out. There's no veins, no seeds. And I'm just going to do that with each one of these until they are relatively bare.
Well, Mike, if you'll share with me, I'll grab some gloves.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, John, and then if you will, so I'm just going to scrape all these out.
Well, I was going to say, I'll scrape, and you can...
Okay, I'll do the next part?
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Ooh, these are nice gloves.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
They are thick.
These are Harbor Freight, man. We get after it.
9 mil. I always buy the cheap, like 2 mil ones.
See, I do that, but my hands are like hot dogs. They're so fat that they just rip right through them. Yeah, so if you'll do that, John's going to clean those out. I am going to take our block of cream cheese, and you can lay it out on the counter so it starts to kind of thaw out a little bit. I didn't do that. It's fine. And I'm going to use an appropriate amount and just kind of glob it in there. I'm going to wrap them with bacon, so I'm not overly worried about it if it's sliding around a little bit.
You say an appropriate amount.
That's because I've never measured it, John. So
it's a personal, if you love it, get after it. If you don't.
I think so. I mean, you don't want to just taste cream cheese, but you want enough on there that it's going to give you, it's kind of going to quell the spiciness, if you will.
Yep.
So really I'm just trying to kind of fill it, I'm thinking like ants on a log style. Okay. So I just kind of fill it until it's relatively full. Move my box out of the way. And
Mike, I broke one.
That's all right. That's all right, that happens. All I do with that, because sometimes if I have super big jalapeños, what I'll do is I'll just cut them in half, and then just like this, and it'll just be this big. It's still the size of a little smoky, so it's gonna be fine. And I am, as I get my cream cheese, getting it kind of the size of your jalapeno that you're gonna put it in is really helpful, because then you just kind of, oh, I'm making a mess now that I said that. This half-Z one is a little messy. Then you just kind of place your knife in there. I start on the open end, go towards the closed end, and then I can kind of just scrape off a little excess so it's out like that.
So this is a off-the-cuff question.
I'm excited. I make no guarantees on an answer.
If you didn't love spice, and you still wanted to do something like this, do you think this would work with like some Anaheims?
Yes.
Or a milder pepper?
That's a good question.
Like, I don't know that it would work with bell peppers.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know, maybe. You wouldn't get any spice in that case, but you'd at least get kind of a pepper flavor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it'd be worth trying.
Yeah,
I'm a
worth giving
huge
it a
fan of
shot.
Anaheims.
Yeah. Anaheims are bigger than jalapenos, right?
Yeah,
or am I
they
thinking
are.
something different?
No, they're definitely bigger.
Okay.
But
I would imagine. I mean, you could probably sliver down even a bell pepper. You could probably, size-wise, you could kind of julienne it out to the appropriate length. I don't know. Okay, so I filled them all. I'm a little sloppy. I filled them all with my cream cheese.
okay.
Now I'm going to take my little smoky and just plop him right down on there.
So you're like trying to keep your cutting board clean, and I just
No, that's what it's here for.
dump everything out onto it. How many more we need? 3?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Okay, and now this is where it might get a little bit of a controversy, because controversy. That's how Jimmy Fallon says it, so that's how I'm going to say it. I think, and this is heresy here, I think a full strip of bacon is too much for these.
I could see that.
So I like to cut them in half. This started once because I didn't have enough bacon, and so about half of them got bacon, like half of them got a full strip, and half of them got half a slice. And I thought the ratios worked better with the
half.
half. So that's what I'm going to do here.
Well, and I could even see if you did a full slice, it may be hard to keep enough of the bacon exposed. Like you may end up with real gummy bacon.
Right, and that's kind of what the issue was. The bacon on the half slice cooked really well, was delicious, and then the full slice was just a little bit too much. Also, when I have found, and this is kind of personal preference, I like to use cheap, thin bacon. I love thick cut if I'm just eating bacon, but to do this, the thick cut, just seems like it never gets fully done. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of takes longer and is gummy, and that is, I think, gross. Some people really like chewy bacon, so maybe you'd be into that.
No way.
But
It's
I am
all
not a
about
fan.
the crispy bacon.
That's what I think. And then I've got some toothpicks here. I've been soaking them in water just because they will burn. Normally when I do this, well, not normally, I have done it on my drum, which definitely gets a better smoke flavor, but I have a hard time keeping those Q-tips from just charring on me. So we're gonna do it on the pellet grill today, see if that's a little bit easier.
I'm gonna set this one here for you to skewer.
I love it. This is way better with 2 people, by the way. I've done like 50 of these by myself, and it is not fun. By the time I'm done, I don't even want one. I'm just ready to be done.
Well, I may quit my day job and become a professional bacon layer outer.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, you're qualified. and I would happily write you a reference.
Nice. I like it.
So we're just gonna skewer these, and we're just kind of trying to get the bacon all over. Sometimes, like on these short ones, we're just wrapping it around a couple of times. You want to make sure to go through the little smoky and through both ends of bacon and try to get like the ends, because it will unravel on you. Once it starts cooking, it's not going to be a big deal. But as it's raw like this, obviously, if you're watching this, you know how bacon works. So. And if you do this differently, or you have a recipe that you like better, hit us up in the comments, let us know. I'm down to try anything, especially if you try different kind of pepper, like we were just talking about. I think the jalapeños are just spicy enough to give you a little bite, but not so spicy they're going to burn your face off. But if you're into habaneros or something, maybe that's what you're into.
I made Haley chicken noodle soup one time with habaneros in it when she was sick.
Oh shoot! On purpose?
In an effort to bake the illness out of her.
To like cleanse the sinuses or something?
Yeah, and she still to this day gives me crap about it.
Dude, that'll do it.
It is a cleanser for sure.
Yeah. All right, now what I've done in the past is I've just kind of picked these up with tongs individually, and you don't really flip them. I just put them in there, cook the bacon. Everything in here is fully cooked but the bacon, so you just put them in there, cook the bacon. But flipping them and getting them off the grill, especially if it's got, like if I had a flare up on my drum or something, was kind of a nightmare. So I like to put these on a wire rack. I can also then kind of stick my toothpick through a little bit to make sure they don't move too much as we move them out or off the grill. And then
This should have been one of the things we talked about last week.
What's
These wire racks
yes,
are awesome.
oh, they're so good. Malcolm Reed, do you have a smaller one? Malcolm Reed uses what he calls a chicken rack, and it's like half this size. And he uses it for so many things, and I cannot find it anywhere.
Mine's got, it's like a smaller hatch, but
Okay.
it's,
Mine
it's
is-
still
I've
about
got
that same
one like
size. So,
See, I can't find him anywhere, but he loves them, and I am into it. Now, this is the important part. Everything on here is delicious. If we just ate them as they are, it would be fantastic, okay? But the rub kind of gives it an extra kick. Now, bacon is pretty salty by itself, so you don't want to go crazy with this. This is a sweet rub. This is the barbecue rub.
the barbecue rub.
From my boy Malcolm Reed over at How to Barbecue Right. And I'm just going to kind of give her a little dusting. This is, as the bacon cooks, it's going to kind of caramelize the sugar, and it's going to just give it next level. I've also done it where I do this before I wrap the bacon, and I didn't really tell the difference. So if you'd like to do that,
I think it gives it a nice color on the outside though.
That's the thing. It kind of looked, I mean, bacon looks good when it cooks, but this kind of gives it a nice red color. So, and then that's it. It's pretty easy. If you're doing a lot, it takes a bit of time, but it's not bad. So we're going to move this out. We're going to put it on the Grilla for 250. I've got some hickory pellets warmed up out there, and the grill should be good to go. So,
Out to the grill.
Out to the grill. Oh, look, Kazam. Just like that, they're done.
The magic of the camera.
I love it. So we put these on at 250, which is a little bit lower than I normally go. I think I probably could have picked it up to 275. What I didn't want was for the bacon to cook really fast and then be burned, and then chewy in some places, because that gets kind of gross. So, what did you say, John? An hour and 20 minutes? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, they went for about an hour and 20. And man, I wish there was like smell-o-vision on this.
Dude, seriously, it smells unreal. Looking at it, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I maybe should have gone a little bit heavier with our dusting. You can see sometimes just in the cooking process, like our bacon broke right here. I guess you can't probably see that very well, but for the most part, they look really good, and I'm kind of excited to try them.
I know. Can we?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna burn our faces off.
Yeah, probably. We haven't let them cool down, but let's be honest. That's not really our forte.
Yeah, and I love like how gooey the cream cheese looks.
Yes.
So,
Bottoms up. Oh, it was not cool enough to start eating. I have no regrets. So hot. Not spicy hot. Temperature hot. That'll burn you up. I love it. I think it turned out really good. Like I say, I think the jalapeno, if you're not a fan of spice, the cream cheese really tames the jalapeno and you're just getting a little bit of taste with it.
there's no spice at all on these. So, that cream cheese is like 1,000 degrees.
It's like lava.
Coating your entire mouth. There's so, and you were smart. You bit yours in half. I just went whole hog. The little smoky is awesome.
I really like it, man. Like I say, that was kind of a happy accident once, and I don't think I'll go back. I think it just adds a little bit. It's the all beef. I haven't tried it with it's just a regular, but that all beef wrapped in bacon, I think, is a game changer.
Well, what I love about these is you can make these put them out right at the start of the game, and these will be hot and ready to go for halftime.
Oh heck yeah, man!
So,
and they are. I will say they're hot, and we're like, oh, it's like lava. But if you let them cool down too much, it's just not as good. It almost gets I don't know, not gross, but it's just not as enjoyable when the bacon's not crispy and like gooey.
And I like that for a football game or like any type of gathering like that. It's nice to have some stuff that you can put out and then bring out later and keep food hot. Otherwise,
Otherwise, everything's just get cold and icky.
Starts to congeal.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. I was gonna say gelatinous, but yeah.
Ooh, gelatinous. That's another good one.
Well, gelatinous cube.
These are a win, Mike. Great job.
Yeah, try these. I mean, you can try. Let us know if you have any questions. Hit us up in the comments. I'm pretty happy with them.
No.
So
until next time, I'm John.
I'm Mike.
And we're Fat Guys with Smokers. Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.